Hello, everyone. I think it starts recording before it says that, but I'm going to say it again. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Open Hours, 96 Boards Open Hours, sponsored by Lenaro. Here you can see. And today is an Open Hours true to its name. But as always, we will talk about last week, what we did last week, and I'm going to share some links again. We have some exciting announcements with regards to the rest of season two, the break in between season three, and we also have someone from Gumsticks here, Karen Schultz, who's going to give us an announcement in just a minute. So yeah, hey Karen, how you doing? Hi. I'm just going to post a link real quick to something very cool that happened last week, or not last week because Thanksgiving. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everyone who celebrates that. But the week before that was our episode 28, and we were talking to the folks with AI Star Vision about their Mipi camera connector for the Dragonboard 410C, hopefully eventually adapted to all 96 boards. And with that, we have this link right here. This is their eBay link. And as they promised, if you visit that link, you can buy that board right now for 99 cents. So they said they were going to give it to you for free. I mean, that's pretty much covering literally, I think probably just the cost of the PCB maybe, and shipping for $2 and something cents. So I bought one for $3, and it's going to be at my house by December 8th. It's I think a great deal. They're interested more in people who would like to help contribute to the development of the board. So if you're just going to have it sitting on your desk, probably maybe like save it for a developer that wants to work with it a little more. Even if you want to have fun with it, that's also go for it. But they're hoping people can get in there and start helping them develop. Great. So that was last week. We also talked about before that Opti. We've done some demos, lots of cool stuff. But before we kind of proceed into that, like I said, Karen Schultz is here, and she has a very cool announcement regarding some Gumstick stuff.
Yeah. Well, hi, everyone. And just wanted to say we have a contest going on now with Intel, and we're looking for people who want to go and develop with the Intel Joule. So if that's something you're interested in doing, we have a program like some of you may know about Geppetto, which is our online design hardware tool, we're working with Intel for this project where you can go to Geppetto. You can drag and drop some. We have about 6 different expansion boards that we've already created for the Joule, and you can take those. You can make your own project out of them. You can drag and drop them into Geppetto, modify them, build anything. We have IoT, we have workstations, we have HTCP, all different types, and we have the 96 boards, the Nodano, that you can work with. But for the contest, it's the Intel Joule, as long as you're using that and building upon it to build a project in Geppetto. We'll pick a grand winner, and we'll actually develop the hardware for you for free, spin the board, give you the board, and then you can take it to market production. There'll also be 5 runner-ups that will get $1,000 off of their $2,000 manufacturing fee. And then anyone who enters, and all you have to do to enter is log on to Geppetto, build a board, put the name Go Geppetto in the description, and then you're entered. So and you can also get a free hour of consulting from the Gumsticks engineers so that they can help you with your project if you have any questions. So really hoping that people go check it out. Just put the link in. You can log on, find out more about the contest and the rules, go check out Geppetto, and see what you can build. And we're really looking forward to seeing it. And Intel will be publishing it, the winners as well as us.
Great, Karen, thank you so much. So it sounds like basically they go on, sign up for the contest, they start designing around the Intel Joule, and they have a possibility to win a lot of cool stuff. But I mean, besides just winning, I guess you could call it the gift certificates or the cash prizes that allow you to get free development. I mean, you're getting published on Intel's website too?
Yep. Yeah, and they'll be pushing out, they're already pushing the contest out through all their channels, and as we are as well. And so then we'll be announcing the winners and featuring the project that was done. So,
That's
and
great.
so the winner gets their whatever they've designed in Geppetto. We'll take that and we'll actually manufacture it for free, give you the hardware, whatever hardware is on it that you've designed, and you actually get it in hand to actually work on your project. So if you're doing anything, you have an IoT project, you have anything with a smart home app or some kind of project you're working on, check it out.
Great, Karen. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I mean, we'll definitely the numbers in the call. These look like our core people here. The numbers in the call. We will definitely post this on YouTube and share it around. So we need to get the word out.
Perfect. Good. And I think you have till like January 13th to enter. So give some time over the break to look at things and come up with a project.
Okay, great. Yeah, and Karen shared the link there. Also, for those of you who are interested as well, this is the link to the video where Keith Lee from Gumsticks came on and demoed some of Geppetto. So you can go in, check that video out, and if you weren't on the call, and check Keith Lee out demoing Geppetto, so you can get used to it.
Great. All right. Thanks, guys. I've got to run, but I just wanted to pop in. It's good to see you guys.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Great. So we have the Geppetto contest announcement from Karen at Gumsticks. We have the Mipi card available now for 99 cents on eBay with the link I shared. You can go check out the YouTube where they demo Geppetto. Now, what other announcements did I have? Well, so there's 3 weeks left for season 2. And in these next 3 weeks, there's going to be several fun things going on. And I guess maybe you're wondering why we didn't pick a guest for today, or why weren't we following the whole MO for open hours for the season. But I feel like these last, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks that we've been doing season 2 is that people haven't been talking as much, and I want to kind of get back the roots and make people feel comfortable again with talking. It's just usually me interviewing someone, and so I wanted to give the opportunity for anyone in the call to ask their questions again and just kind of hang out. That's what we're going to do today. So when people are done talking, it's pretty much going to call it a day. The next episode, I'm going to say this now, and we'll do questions, and then I'll say it again at the end. Next episode, we have Andy Clark from Workshop Shed. He's an awesome dude. He really did a really good job building something called the Dragon Detector, and I'm hoping he's going to demo it for us next week. You take the Dragon Board 410C, you have a sensor, use computer vision, you detect whenever a dragon passes by your detector. He has it figured out to detect a dragon, and then it snaps a picture and sends it to your cell phone. So very cool. He's also going to be providing instructions on how to build that. He has plenty of blogs. He was nominated Developer of the Month with Qualcomm. We'll be interviewing him next week. After that, Ricardo is going to be doing a really cool demo, the expanded version of his IoT. And then on the 22nd of December, it is a Christmas surprise special. So we're going to have a Christmas special, and hopefully everyone dresses up like elves and Santa Claus. All right. We'll get Christine to dress up like an elf for a Santa Claus, yeah? Okay, cool. So that's pretty much it. That's all I have for announcements. John Mark, I had a question for you before I don't know, I'm pretty sure maybe someone has a question, but I have a question for you. You said you were running Snapshot 99 from Android before the recording started?
Yeah, I just load this release, yes.
Okay.
The
so
image. Yeah, I just load this image. Yes. I boot it and it's fine.
Because that was the one that was having issues before, right? I kind of feel like, was that 50?
Okay. I never had issue with that one because it's the first one I loaded. Because I hesitate to load a new version for this problem for the UART, because when I do that, I lose everything that I install on my previous version. Since I don't know how to make an image of the previous version, I couldn't boot it back. So, but okay, I made the jump and installed the 99, which seems to work pretty well, but not for the UART. The UART is still having problems for me.
Okay. Yeah, I know I keep promising you that someone's going to come in here with Android knowledge, and I keep failing you. So I'm really sorry about that, but one of these days it's going to happen. I mean, um, I feel really bad.
Not urgent, not urgent. It's just that I don't even need it yet. So I'm working on another project with also with the Dragon Ball. But I think it's bad to leave it this way. When I have some problems, sometimes I like to resolve them. Also, if they are not so important, I like to know. So that's all. So it could be any time. If someone can find a solution, I could maybe I will find a solution, but I don't know yet how.
Well, we'll keep shooting for it, and we have your forum post, and I mean I've shared it with several people, so hopefully maybe they're working on it themselves. We'll see. But you said you're working on a demo with the Dragon Board. You're working on another demo.
It's not a demo. It's, as I told you, I'm working on Bluetooth low energy,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm making a central unit, and I like the Dragon Ball to do that work for me. And then all what it will centralize will go to a cloud, and it's going to work also with a phone, but it could work very well with a Dragon Ball. And then from the cloud, you can have all information of any sensors using BLE, which is it's a long way because the BLE is quite complicated. It's quite complex system.
Okay,
But
cool.
the Dragon Board is a good solution also to be used on an IoT in that point. I mean, make a central unit which is collecting data and send them to a cloud.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, I was talking to Abraxas. I think she's in the call right now. But I was talking to her about a Beowulf demo or a Beowulf system that she set up with I think her kids, and I'm looking for cool demos for next season. You know, come like February of next year. So it'd be really cool to have like, you know, is that too early?
Now, listen, I'm working. I also have to work. I cannot just play. So
Oh yeah. Yes.
this project is my personal project, which I'm making offline. I mean, I'm working usually on robotics and other projects, and I have to leave. I have to make money too. So this one is more to keep up to date with new things and to play a little bit in my like I like to do things.
Make a little money so you can come to Budapest, right, in March.
Right. Yeah. If I can sell the project, then I can invest the money to see you guys. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a meeting. What's up?
Oh, David?
Goes on until 10.
Oh, so yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well, I know that Budapest just launched, right, Christine? I don't know, Siobhan, if anyone's in here. The Budapest registration forms just launched like last week or a few days ago. So that's pretty exciting. If anyone wants to go check that out, the tickets are $2,000. That's kind of. I mean, I've never seen a ticket cost that much for something, but that's pretty cool. I mean, I know that we've been able to work some stuff out. Me and David Mandala have been able to work some stuff out for the community members here on Open Hours. So people are interested in that. But on the bright side, when you do attend Connect, it's like pampering head to toe, nonstop, foods everywhere. There's just they have a gala, so much cool stuff. Yeah, and Christine shared the link there. So it's usually worth it. I mean, you know, you can't. I could never complain about it, but yeah. Cool.
Hey.
David, are you back?
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Okay, cool.
I'm having real communication issues this week. Starting with the FiOS supplier here in Murphy, Texas, has been dropping the ball. I go for years with perfect internet, no complaints, and then in the last 3 months, I've had 2 outages, and today's better than yesterday, but it's still not good. At any rate, if I might, Robert, wanted to just raise this up to the community and then maybe open a conversation around the blog entry. But I've been working a lot with the sensor board, and the folks that I've been talking to about the current sensor board version 3. Nobody seems to be real happy with it, myself included. There's just issues that sort of drive me a little nuts. It doesn't bring out all 12 GPIOs.
You're talking about the sensors mezzanine? The one?
Yeah, sensors mezzanine.
Yeah, John Mark knows a lot about that one.
Yeah, and so, it doesn't bring out all the GPIO. It doesn't bring it out to the same voltage. I do like the Arduino on there and the way that works. I mean, I've had great success programming the Arduino, but because of the voltage differences, using the GPIO between the Arduino and the 96 board, all are challenging. At the same time, I don't necessarily have the time anymore, and sadly lacking the expertise in the newer tools to lay out a new community board. But I'm wondering if there's enough of us in the community that are kind of tired of this one and would like to see a Rev D or E or whatever. And maybe we can all get together and somehow contribute together and cook up a new version of this board that is a little bit more functional for what we want to do. Maybe a board that all of the GPIO is level shifted 233 or 25, and it's selectable, so you can set it for your needs, and then everything switches there. Also, I personally like to see higher current abilities on the GPIO for current syncing and current sourcing, which if we went away from some of the level shifters and maybe some of the bidirectional level shifters, and maybe had some way of setting whether a GPIO is input or output, and then had some serious current handling in there, not relay level current handling, but something bigger than what's there now with the level shifters. I don't know what's possible, but I'm thinking it might be an interesting conversation in the community, and maybe we can come up with a better board that works for more of us. And maybe it may also solve some of the other issues. I know that this particular board doesn't use the high-speed connector, and some of us would have liked to have the high-speed connector being brought out for cameras and displays as well as the rest of it. So I don't know, maybe as a community we're stronger together, and maybe we can make a better design and come up with a board that might work for more people. Anybody out there got any thoughts on that?
So I don't know why he's showing up on guest 2, but I feel like that's someone I know. There's no guest 2 in the participants, but guest 2 says that there's a Professor Zufo that might be able to help us from São Paulo University in Brazil.
That could be interesting. But I think first, I think we get the community together to discuss it. Like, what do we want? I've got strong ideas, but other people may have other ideas. And
I'll see what I personally want, what I would really like to see is, for instance, if you take one of these 96 boards, right? Like you have this, you pop something on top, and I want to be able to just break out the GPIOs. Actually, I wouldn't mind breaking out the entire expansion header, so the entire low-speed expansion header, but onto a breadboard. I've seen this on the Raspberry Pi. It comes in their Kona kits, and they obviously don't need to boost up the voltage, right? But if a mezzanine board that was capable, that was built with the possibilities of, first of all, maybe even branching out the mezzanine into 2.54 millimeter pins instead of 2 millimeter pins. So like when you bring it up, don't bring it up to a 2 millimeter pin, because even the low speed expansion header on the sensors mezzanine comes up to 2 millimeter pins. But if you bring it up to a 2.54 millimeter pin, well, then you can start utilizing all the Raspberry Pi stuff just like that.
Well, you need to actually change the connector to actually have the Raspberry Pi layout. But that's another thing that could happen. There's lots of things we could do. Right now, you could break it out without having a mezzanine board. You could just have a cable plug into that 2.5-inch header, bring a flat ribbon cable out to another board with transistor TTL logic, and make yourself a breadboard. That's pretty straightforward. it's getting a high density mezzanine board that brings out everything and is more selectable is kind of tricky. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
that's another option is add another header to it that actually breaks out along the Raspberry Pi headers, or that's it's an interesting idea. But again, let's get more folks to talk about it. Anybody else?
Sorry, just a question. I think Akira was working on that project 2 or 3 months ago, but he didn't give any more information and didn't even answer anything. What is Akira still on the project or not?
Akira has left Lenaro, and I don't quite know what he's doing right now. I've reached out to him, but I haven't heard back. So I have no idea where he is on that. So
okay, so he's not following the project anymore.
So unfortunately, Akira is no longer with Lenaro. He will undoubtedly, I shouldn't say undoubtedly. He will most likely still be supporting the community in some ways, but I would imagine that right now he's in some sort of transition phase. I'm not absolutely positive, but all I do know is that he's not with Lenaro anymore. So I'm still in the process of reaching out to him to see what kind of efforts we can still sync on. Yeah. So maybe we can ping him on that. I think that's a great idea. So I just noticed right now.
Okay, it's not I said Akira should, but if Akira was already working on that, then we just wanted to avoid to have too much people doing. So somebody should synchronize that, I guess. It's just what I was saying.
No, it's a great idea. So I think that we'll ping Akira. We'll ping Akira and see where he's at, so that we can pull everything together from if he has anything that ongoing efforts.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna write a blog entry and get it posted on my thoughts, and then hopefully people will comment. We can build off of that and find people that have skill sets that are interested in. We can bounce this thing around. I don't want to take up a huge amount of time today unless there's lots of folks super interested. But I just wanted to kick off the thought because I don't have the skill set anymore to draw the board without sitting down and burning a lot of time to learn how to use the new tools. And I've never laid out a multi-layer board that's more than 4 layers thick. And it seems to me that if we really want to take advantage of this thing and get the high-speed connector, the low-speed connector, and all this other stuff, that it's probably going to take a multi-layer board that's a lot thick, that's more layers than that. So. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe things have changed enough that maybe it can be done in a couple layers. But I'd like to get more people involved in it rather than just me.
Yeah. So Abraxas was asking where these ideas will be written down. I think that basically David's going to write a blog. We'll try to release it next week, and then we can share it in the next week's open hours.
Yeah, and if we want, we can also put it in the forums. We could just have a hard forum topic in there too. I mean, we could start a forum topic now, and we can link the blog to the forum just so people know that that's where the conversation's going on. Whatever works. I'm not real proud where it ends up. I just would like to get more folks that are smarter than me working on it because I had discussions with the original guy who was laying out the board when the first revision came out, and we argued back and forth, and I lost on a lot of things. And the more I try to use the board, the more I regret some of those losses.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know who you're talking about. That was his first time doing like hardware, right? I mean, I'm not sure, but I thought so.
Yep, it was.
Yeah, I mean,
The board came out well. I'm not arguing. It just doesn't quite meet my needs, and I've heard from enough people that it doesn't meet their needs either. So maybe we can all come together and make something that meets more of our needs. I wouldn't mind paying. Right now you can get the board for about $29 without the whole kit. I wouldn't mind paying, $39 or $49 if it had more features and I could set it the way I need to use it. If I could get, voltage selection, it's either 3.3 or it's 5 volts level shifted. If it had more current syncing ability, so I don't need to put more external transistors to sync heavier current, things like that. Anyway, it may be a wild idea, and I might be, completely off base, and maybe none of people care.
No, I think it's a good point. I think it's a good thing to bring up, and I think it's a good blog that should be pushed out. We could share it and get some stuff going. So, real quick, I noticed someone is in here that I've been hanging out with recently. I'm not sure. Did you just leave? Mad Dog. Hey, Mad Dog, what's up?
Hi, Rob. I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. How you doing?
I'm fine. I've actually been here the whole time during the whole presentation, but I've for some reason is showing up as guest too, which that's okay. But I just wanted to say hello. And the professor at the University of Sao Paulo is actually in a program that I'm coordinating with him to produce 96 boards inside of Brazil to save tax purposes. And this is a long-term program. I know we've looked at the mezzanine boards as potential for producing those in Brazil also. So this project would be a natural follow-on to what we're doing, and would also increase the volume of the mezzanine boards so that the price would come down due to volume manufacturing. The professor has an SMT line. He has all of the equipment and everything for doing the electrical measurements and certifications and stuff like that he could do for worldwide shipment. So I will talk to him about this. And my suggestion is to take the current design, say what people would like to see in it, and then go from there as to what would happen in the next generation, incremental improvement. So
yeah, and the current design is on the 96 boards GitHub. So I mean, they do have the layout there.
Yeah, and that's fine, and I understand that, but you know, it's now the thing is getting enough people to use the board and getting the feedback like we were talking about as the things they would like to see changed, because otherwise you don't know where you're going, right? So I can approach him and see what his feelings are about this at the same time that David is bringing this up as a topic, you know, do things
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Dog, it sounds like a really great idea. I appreciate that. Now I'll get the blog written and get the topic among the community starting to discuss. So I know a lot of people have contacted me off list, and maybe I can get them to commit and contact on list and talk about it. But
Yeah, that'd be great.
The current board is just it's almost there, but it's a little frustrating when you try to do certain things and discover, got to add more hardware, or I only have two things that are 5 volts and everything else is 3.3, but I wanted 5 volts, that kind of thing. So anyway, I'll write that up and we'll get it kicked off, and hopefully there'll be enough people interested that we can get a good design. And if it can get started in Sao Paulo, hey, I don't care where it gets built. It was just as long as we can move this forward, because otherwise I'd have to, I mean, for me to do it myself on my own, I have to spend time to learn how to use the tools. And I know how many spins we made of this first board. I'm sure I can mess it up that many times or more. It's tough to get stuff laid out.
Very cool. Very cool. So for those of you who are here now, just so you know, Mad Dog is going to be doing the episode on the 22nd of December. It's a surprise episode, but it is going to be an interesting one where we do talk about a lot of really interesting things. It's a redundant sentence, but yeah. So it'll be a good one. Mad Dog, I don't know. Maybe you want to tell us a little bit about yourself real quick. Do you mind? Do you have a second?
No, I have a second, of course. So my name is John Mad Dog Hall. I've been in the computer industry since 1969. That's long enough ago that I actually designed computer circuits using relays, and I was one of the people that helped Linus Torvalds get an alpha processor so he could bring the Linux operating system to be 64 bits, and also to get out the Intel-isms from the code, the shortcuts that people take in when you're designing operating systems or other complex code, to tie it to one type of architecture. And with my encouragement, he made Linux not only 2 architecture, but N architectures from that. I was at Digital during the about version 1.0 of Linux, and I saw that it had commercial value. And I helped to start an organization called Linux International that helped to do a lot of things that were useful to commercial organizations. So the Linux Standard Base project, as an example, came out of Linux International. The Linux Professional Institute, of which for the past year I've been the board chairman, has also come out of Linux International. We helped to fund that. So about 3 years ago, I was contacted by David Russling, the CTO of Linero, and he said that we have some ideas and some contests to run and things like that. He asked me to come on as a consultant, which I am. And recently I heard about OpenHours. They put me in touch with Rob, and we've been talking things over. So hopefully in the next couple of months, I certainly don't want to dominate OpenHours. I just want to contribute some things to it. And so that's what I hope to do over the next year or so.
Yeah, we have some fun ideas. That we've been passing back and forth. So I think there could be some cool stuff coming up, like you said, in the next few months. I'm not talking just episodes and talking. We're talking demos and announcements and events and cool stuff that's happening around the community. So we'll see. So it could be very interesting these next few months. Thank you, Mad Dog. Appreciate it. So I guess, we talked about quite a few things. There really isn't, again, like I said, much else to cover today. So unless anyone has something they'd like to talk about, I think it's about, I'm about ready to call it. Do we have anything else that you'd like to talk about? Anyone in the call? Abraxas, I still want to meet with you offline to talk about the Beowulf project that you're working on. We'd like to get you on the show at some point. There's a lot of things that are in the works. Yeah, guest one. So Q&A. Anything you'd like to bring up, please, if you have a question. Hello? Okay, all right. So is there a process to get better docs for the high keyboard? Well, what docs are you using? So we have a landing page for the high key. The question is first what you're trying to do and what we can, let me see. So TRM is missing a lot of hardware registers, example ACPU registers, SMMU, etc. Okay. Yeah, so that might be a question for some of the deep down high key people. Generally, I've been trying to put together a landing page for the high key that focuses more on getting up and going as a novice user. So to kind of dive deep down into some of the more intricate, workings of the high key, well, we're still kind of building from the bottom up right now. So we have something that we have a set of documents that you can get up and started, but now we're slowly starting to add more intricate docs to what we've created. If you're working in a bare metal hypervision and strictly using official documents, there isn't enough. Yeah. Now, this has been an issue. Okay. You have the PDF, high 6220 multi something PDF, and it's great, but missing a lot. So I know that in a lot of cases, companies don't release everything, right? They still keep. Victor, did you have to say something? Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just wanting to say that the vendor decides what they want to put in and or release in the manual. So it can be for security reason, it can be for other reasons that he might not be aware of. So I think your best bet would be to maybe try to send your question to the 96 boards mailing list. I've seen an occasion where they've helped someone try to reverse engineer some existing code to where he was able to modify the registers that he needed. So good luck.
So another option, is to send me an email, and what I can try to do is forward you to the right source, and then maybe you might be able to get some of the stuff released under like an NDA. So if you want to send me an email, I can try forwarding you to something, forwarding you to someone who might be able to work you towards the documents you want. So here, robert.wolf@lunaro.org. You can go ahead and shoot me an email, and we'll try getting you to someone who can help you with that. But sometimes they won't release documents to the public just like that, but they will do it under an NDA. All right, so do we have anything else here? No? Good? Everyone? I'm gonna do my closing announcements, and then we're gonna go into after hours. Anyone who would like to talk. All right, so here we are. Open Hours, episode 29. Thank you very much, everyone, for showing up. Appreciate your comments, questions. Today we talked about possibly building a community-driven mezzanine board for the 96 boards program. We talked about last week, we have the Mipi mezzanine board available for 99 cents on eBay, plus shipping, of course. I will share that link one last time for anyone who is interested. We are looking for developers to help build out their board here. They have it for 99 cents, and I think they're only doing 20 of those for 99 cents. So get your hands on one of those. You also had an opportunity to talk with Gumsticks. They announced a contest where they would be giving away free hardware under Intel contest. So I'm going to share that again as well. Develop a board using Geppetto around the Intel Joule, and you can win a free set of hardware as well as big announcements on Intel's site, etc. Great, so it's been a pleasure, everyone. Thank you very much for coming, and we will see you next week where we meet with Andy Clark from the Workshop Shed. He will be showing us his Dragon Detector demo, as well as hopefully providing us with some intricate instructions on how to recreate it ourselves. So thank you. Have a nice day.